What's up, guys? This is Adaeze Duncan. I wanted to bring you this training on how you can pick a broker. What should I know about brokers? What should I know about a broker that I'm looking to pick? The reason why I made this video is mostly because a lot of times people who are brand new to trading, they just sign up with a broker. You go to Google, you can type in a broker, and they just sign up with it. Or maybe people sign up with word of mouth and they don't even really know why they're just signing up with that broker. But I wanted to help you to make better decisions when you are picking your own personal broker, because these are the people that are going to be holding on to your money, and there's no way for you to actually have contact with them. So you might as well pick somebody that you can trust. Hopefully you can feel like you have a partner with. So that's what it is. And I got a little checklist, and at the end of this video I'm going to show you guys my broker checklist along with questions that you can ask your broker, whether you ask them directly or you go to their website and do your own research based off of these questions. But these are what I'm going to be talking about. So let's start with regulated. All right. Should you choose a broker that's regulated or not? That is a personal decision. I'm going to tell you all of the reasons why you possibly want to consider a regulated broker. The obvious reasons for not using a regulated broker are, they're not regulated, which means you don't have someone in your business. Anybody living in highly nosy countries know what I'm talking about. But if you are choosing a broker because, it's not regulated, you're getting that, I guess, if you want to look at that as a benefit. Not everybody has to be in your business. On top of that, there are rules that can be broken much easier. And I'll get on to that when I get to talking about leverage. But anyhow, also a lot of times, certain citizens have no choice but to choose an unregulated broker because their country makes it extremely hard for them to pick one that is regulated. So here are some of the countries. I've got Australia, Cyprus, Russia, South Africa, Switzerland. You can see it. You can read it. These are regulatory bodies that regulate them. So Australia has the ASIC. Do you want to know what that stands for? Then Google it, okay? And then you got the U.S., they got the NFA, which also answers to the CFTC government body or branch, all right? These are all different places that have a regulatory body. So you want to make sure your broker is a member of one of these. I'm sure you can go to their website and check it out. Or the other thing you can do is you can ask them, are you regulated and what is your regulatory body? A lot of U.S. residents can't, they make it real hard for us here in the U.S. to find a regulated broker due to the Dodd-Frank Act. A lot of brokers choose to ignore the U.S. citizens because, we come with a lot of baggage that they're going to have to, a lot of hoops they have to jump through, and they would rather not. So as a result, they just don't, allow us to open up accounts. However, there are lots of brokers that you can still choose if you're a U.S. citizen, and you can find out if they're regulated. All you have to know is, are they a part of the NFA or the CFTC? All right. When I say a broker is regulated, what I'm saying is they are, these regulations allow these governing agencies to combat fraud. They protect you. They enforce detailed record keeping and reporting regarding all transactions, which could be a good thing and a bad thing for you. Clients need to have some form of recourse in order, in case things go wrong. You need to be able to hold your broker to the fire, and this is what you would use. You would use this regulatory body to hold them to the fire. All right. And they protect the integrity of brokers and clients alike. So that's the good thing about having these regulations. They have strict rules and procedures that your broker needs to follow to ensure that they are keeping their clients' best needs first. All right. So what are some questions that you could and should ask your broker? Obviously, are you regulated? Yes. Ask them point blank. I do. Who is your regulatory or governing body? And can I find evidence of this on your homepage, and where? Maybe you can ask them this. A lot of times I like to ask them obvious questions because I want to see how well they answer them. And who will hold you accountable if you are not able to do what you say you will do? I will ask that question, especially if they're not a regulated broker, just to see what they say. I want to see how honest they are in regards to answering my questions. All right. The next thing, security, capital, and personal protection. brokers can get hacked and they do go bankrupt, and there are lots of instances where this has happened. So you want to make sure that your money is protected. Okay, so U.S. Forex brokers, they don't actually provide any account protection here. Forex broker can recover more than your account balance through legal action if it doesn't offer negative balance protection. You won't be asked for more money than the account balance if position crashes. Now, there's been instances where, if an account gets blown, in other words, if you are trading and all of a sudden your account goes into, you're not able to cover the position that you're in any longer, your account can tend to go into the negative. All right. Now, do you have a broker that's going to require you to pay that negative money back, or are they not going to pay that money back? All right. So you want to, when you're looking for a broker, you want to know, do they have negative balance protection? So that means if your account goes into the negative, are you responsible to pay that back to the broker or not? You want to know that your funds are protected. Make sure your broker holds clients' funds in a segregated bank account. Okay, if broker becomes insolvent, client's money cannot be used to repay company debt. In other words, you want to make sure that your broker holds your money in a separate tank than the money that they have to cover the cost of doing duty and the cost of keeping their business alive. So if in the event that your broker goes down, they don't take your money with it, or they don't use your money to try to extinguish the fires that they have created. All right. You want to know where your broker's domicile is. Verify the bank that your broker holds your funds in. Make sure the banks that they actually are holding your funds in is a reputable bank. So as you see, here are some major banks in Germany and UK. Those are preferable, but you want to be very suspicious of offshore brokers, or banks that are on some, little fancy island somewhere. Yes, be very leery of those that don't have a long history like these more older, more reputable banks. So you want to know these questions. What protection do you have in place to prevent hacking of valuable information? Happens all the time. We're living in more of a technological, digital, hackery paradise world. Okay. What recourse do I have in the event that your company goes bankrupt? These are questions you're asking. How do you handle negative balance? Where is your company's bank located? Do you hold your clients' funds in a segregated account? And here's another question to ask them. Why not ask them this? Why did you choose to go with that particular bank? That's a very good question. Ask that one. That's not on my list, but it just came to me. All right. Location. Brokers located in a country with little regulation is risky. All right. So if they're located in some, question mark country, then you should be having question marks about why you're joining them. Okay. Here's a question to ask them. Where are you registered and located? And be specific. Ask them, where are your headquarters? Where did you open up shop? Where did you have to say, here I am, I have opened up? Because they will bypass this question. They will say, well, we are located in here. But where did you register? Where were you opened up in? Where's your headquarters? Okay, that's what you want to know. Also, what types of, what does your broker offer? What type do they offer? What type are they? Are they multiple ones, or do they offer all three, or just one in particular? There are three types. There's the market maker type, there's the ECN, and then there's the STP. All right. The market maker, they make the market for you. In other words, they are the person, like if you're in the market and you're buying, then your broker is selling. They're taking the opposite side of your trade. If you're selling, then they're buying. All right. Basically, they assume that you pretty much suck and they're going to profit by taking the opposite side of your trade. And the thing is, they're actually right. When you're brand spanking new, you do kind of suck. It takes a while for you to figure out what's going on with your life. So it is actually very beneficial and smart of them to take the opposite side of your trade. Now, when you start, when you actually start getting good and knowing the ropes, then it might be time to upgrade to a different type of broker, like an ECN. An ECN, I think I have that one on the next page. But yes, the market maker is good for a brand new trader because, like I said, brand new traders, they kind of suck in the beginning. And the nice thing is they offer, lower spreads, lower transaction costs. They have nice, enticing things that, attract you as a new trader to them. Low transaction fees, low spreads. But, the ECNs, they typically, and STPs have higher spreads and more transaction fees that scare away us newbie traders, because, well, we suck already. And then on top of that, we got spreads and transaction costs eating up our money. Then that's not attractive for somebody who's brand new. But like I said, when you start getting your life together and you start knowing what you're doing, it might be time to upgrade to the bigger, better ECN, which allow clients to make their own markets by trading with each other. They also, you trade up against the institutions, the governments, like you're trading up against the big boys. They have higher spreads, and the spreads can vary, which, like I said, scares newer traders away. But if you're knowing what you're doing, then that shouldn't be an issue, because you should be able to be profitable enough to cover those fees. All right. And they offer better, you don't have to deal with a market maker doing unscrupulous things to win against you. Because remember, the house always wins. All right. STP is straight through. They can act as true brokers, and they simply pass orders to the dealer. There's still a middleman here, so they're still going to have a little higher fees and whatnot. They have to get their cut out of the gig. But they're better than a market maker, and it's better to upgrade to ECN or STP if you have gotten your life together. And you know what I mean when I say that? That means when you start to become consistently profitable, then it's better to upgrade to these guys. So, questions to ask: what kind of broker are you? And what do you offer? And you want to be specific. Are you an STP? Do you have ECN? Are you a market maker? Do you offer all three? You may not have to ask your broker this. You might even just be able to see it on their website if you just do a little digging. But like I said, I like to ask these questions just because I like to, even if it is on their page. How do you ensure that you are adequately capitalized to handle the other side of trades? This is big, especially for market makers, because they're using their capital to go up against your capital. And what happens if they happen to get traders that are really good? Do you have enough capital to stay in business? That's pretty much what you want to know. Account types offered. Do you offer standard, mini, or micro? All right. Most places offer the standard. I think all brokers offer the standard accounts, which allow you to trade standard lots, which are the big juicy lot sizes that everybody loves so much, $10 per pip and up. But you tend to have to come with a little bit more money. You have to come with a higher deposit. They have lower spreads, which is very nice. But if you're one of those people that want to open up an account with $10 or $50 or less, then this might not be something that appeals to you. You may be wanting more of a mini account or a micro account, but do know that they tend to have higher spreads. And because brokers know who these people are. They know who these people are. They're typically the newer people who are just trying to get their foot wet, dip their toe into the trading waters. So why not take advantage of them? All right. Questions to ask your broker. What are all of the types of accounts that you offer? Some brokers offer all three. Others only offer one, or two. And how do the spreads differ from each? So if I join you and I do a standard account, do I get better spread choices versus if I had a micro or mini account? Ask those questions. What is the minimum balance needed to open each account? All right. Withdraw and deposit. This is so self-explanatory, but I need to cover it. You need to make sure that your broker makes it easy for you to not only deposit your money, but get it right back. They have no reason to hold on to your money, since all they are is a facilitating, service. They facilitate the trades. They don't need to hang on to your money. They get their money from commissions and spreads and other little transaction fees. So why are they hanging on to your money? Be very leery of any broker that makes it very hard for you to withdraw your money, okay? And you want to make sure they have a lot of options to deposit it. That's just out of convenience, okay? So, questions. What are all your methods of depositing money? You might find it online somewhere. And how long does it take to receive money after withdrawal request? You might ask them another question like, what are some possible obstacles that could delay me receiving my money in a timely fashion? That's just bonus for you guys who are listening, because it's not really right here. But yeah, what are some possible obstacles that could delay me receiving my money? Here are some transaction costs, okay? You, as a trader, need to know what are all the other little fine print transaction costs, fees that could be tacked on outside of spread and commissions? Is there, a holding fee? Is there, if I hold it over the night, is there a fee for that? If I hold it for the week, is there a fee for that? Like, you want to know what are all the different little stinky fees that they want to tack on. All right. You can see these things on their page, or you should be able to, but it's always good to ask them point blank to know for sure. All right. Just ask them, hypothetically, if I join you guys and I get in, what are all of the possible fees that could possibly be tacked on outside of spread and your commissions? All right. So there you have it. There's the question. I already gave it to you. What are the transaction fees that can be added? What are all of them? After I press buy or sell, what are any possible fees that will be added on to my trade? All right. Customer service. Big, big, big. And probably the easiest one right now to do. How easy is it for you to contact your broker? You want to really contact them now while things are good. You don't want to have to figure out how good their customer service is when things are going bad. That's like, me as a woman, I looked for somebody to, where I knew one day I was going to have children, and I decided, hey, it's probably best for me to start doing my research now while I'm healthy and I'm not with child and things aren't imperative, versus me getting pregnant and now I got to hurry up and make a decision, just because I got to get this baby out of here. This is my analogy. All right. But it's better to do it, or even, young people, or healthy people. Why not find a primary caregiver while you're healthy and while, you have the ability to say, no, I don't like them. No, I don't like how they handled me. I don't like their bedside manners. Rather than when you're sick and highly inflamed and you're just desperate to be seen by anybody. Do this now. Find out if their customer service is good. Find out how quickly they respond to emails, how thoroughly they answer your questions. That's why I like to ask point blank annoying questions, because if they're like getting annoyed and they're not answering and they're beating around the bush, imagine how bad they're going to be when things are going nuts and you're losing money and you're asking all these crazy, annoying questions then. All right. Do they have a chat box that you can chat them? How long does it take to respond? Do they seem pleasant? These are good questions. Do they have a phone number? Do you have easy contact? Can you contact them 24/7, 24/6? You want to know how easy, and this is the easiest thing that you can do right now. Call that broker, pester them, and find out if they're easy and if you like them. All right. You're founded. This is obvious. When were they founded? Guys, the broker that I happened to join with back in the day when I didn't realize what the heck I was doing, I found out that they started in 2016. And I'll be honest, that makes me queasy on the inside, okay? When was your broker founded? The older, the better. Yes, it's good. Everybody has to start somewhere, but newbies tend to come and go. All right. Some reputable brokers, such as like FXCM, unfortunately for U.S. citizens, we cannot use them. But they were founded in 1999, and I just said that to give you an example, to give you, so you understand when I say how long have they been around. 1999, 2000, anywhere within that range is good. 2016 is scary. All right. Take your chances. Really? You want to take your chances when you make money? I don't think so. All right. Ask your broker, when were you founded? What year? Be specific. What year and month? Like 2016, guys, it's 2018. That means this broker has not been in existence for even 2 whole years. That's scary. All right. Spreads. Spreads are based off of buy and sell of currency pair. This is where your broker gets paid. All right. Let me tell you, I made this bold so you know. Brokers can and do manipulate spreads on their trading platforms. That means, when you're looking to get into a trade, you might see that the spread is, low. But when you're in that actual trade, brokers can widen it, make it bigger, meaning now it takes even more money for you to be able to be and participate in that trade. And if you don't have enough money to cover that spread, they can kick you out of an actually successful trade. So you want to know, do you do that? How often does that happen? Like most reputable brokers don't do that, but the little fly by night ones, they do. All right. So costs are based off of spreads and lot size. So if you're like a scalper, and you scalp all the time, one, you're paying the spread. Now, you might be paying the spread on, a low amount. Like, if you're trading, no, I take that back. If you're scalping, you using high lot sizes, then you're paying a higher transaction cost, and you're doing it more frequently. So you definitely want to make sure that you pick a broker that works for your personality type. All right. Spreads are variable and should be referenced from your trading software. So you can see your spreads in that window area. You can see them, but you also want to check with your broker to make sure that they don't do anything crazy. Like right here where it says spreads are variable and they will not always remain the same and will change sporadically. And they are based off liquidity or crazy market news coming in. Coming in. All right. So double check that with your broker. All right. Spreads. Like I said, a scalper, high spreads can pretty much eat up all your profits. Here's a quick little story. Would you like a quick true story? So I was doing some trading, earlier on when I was, not really paying much attention to all of this stuff. And one day, I'm going to be real. I'm going to disclose this with you guys, okay? It was in a demo account. Does that mean anything to you that I'm telling you it's in the demo account? So, anyhow, it was a demo account, but I was treating my demo account like, I take it serious. I call my demo account my strategy playground. So I'm in my strategy playground and I am killing it, y'all. I got this scalping technique that is ridiculous. I made like $6,500 and I was like, whoop, whoop, for the whole day. I was super excited about my fake money because it's not about the fake money. It's about the fact that I have a strategy that will work really good, especially going live. All right. Now, I was like, yeah, but then I noticed when I looked down, I noticed that my fees were like $3,500, which means I would have actually made about $10,000 had it not been for those crazy spreads that I paid. $3,500 in fees. So my take home was $6,500. Outrageous. Okay. Now imagine if that was real money. Oh, I'd be mad. All right. So I'm glad I learned that in my strategy playground to pay more attention to spreads and how those can affect my take home. All right. And now if you're a swing trader, it doesn't really, it may not be a big deal. Like now I swing trade and I hold trades for several days to, weeks. And so now it doesn't matter because you might pay a high, a little quick one-time high fee, but you are in a trade long enough to justify that. But if you're in and out, that thing is scalping your funds off of your, is scalping money off of your, what I'm trying to say. It's basically you're getting scalped. You think you're scalping the market? Well, the market's scalping you. All right. So there you go. STP brokers offer good spreads based on their liquidity. And sometimes they can offer fixed spreads, but do know that fixed does not always mean good. All right. What are the assets offered? A lot of us choose our broker based off of this. I am guilty. I chose my broker based off of this alone. Does your broker even offer what you want to trade? Do you want to be able to trade, commodities, stocks, options, cryptocurrencies? Do you want to have everything all in one house? Well, it might get hard if you try to have it all in one house. If you want to be happy, especially if you're trading Forex, you might need to, really find a really reputable Forex broker and then go find a really reputable crypto exchange / broker. Okay. You might not get them all together. It might not happen. All right. You weigh the benefits, but do not let this be the leading reason why you pick your broker. All right. Ask your broker questions. Like I asked them, hey, because I want to trade crypto. Do you offer crypto or do you plan to offer it in the near future? And if so, when? I ask these questions. Ask them that. If there's a particular asset that you see not added, and ask them, do you plan on doing it? And if so, when? Okay. Good questions. All right. Slippage. All right. It is the difference between the price that you want to pay to get in. So let's say I want to buy, let's go with chocolate. All right. Let's say I will buy chocolate at 50 cents. I press buy, but before I know it, I am getting in and my buy price is like 75 cents. What just happened? I pressed buy on 50 cents. Why am I paying 75 cents for this chocolate? Why did I get in at a buy price of 75 cents? That is what slippage is. It is the difference between the price you want to get in and the price you actually do get in. So what's happening, your broker is supposed to, a reputable broker is supposed to offer you the best price that they can. But non-reputable brokers they just kind of do whatever. Like what's best for them. There has been situations where people have had an 80 pip spread, or excuse me, an 80 pip slippage. That's crazy. When you're doing your, risk management, that's a big deal for you with your risk management. So you need to know that, that your broker is not going to be smacking you in the face with crazy slippage. And if it does, is it random? It should be random. Like, you shouldn't be coming up on the short end of the stick every single time. All right. And if it is not happening, if it's not random, then that means there's a lot of manipulation and you need to get up out of there. All right. Ask broker, what are some of the worst cases of slippage and how are clients to handle them? All right. That's what you want to know. Trading platform. This is more for you. What platforms do they offer? Do they offer MetaTrader 4? Do they have their own app that they offer? Their own trading platform that you can trade? Guys, everything's mobile now. You really want something that will allow you to be mobile while you're trading. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Maybe you're old school and don't mind being at home at your desktop trading. But I likes to be able to trade from mobile. Why? Because we out here on the beach, y'all. You can't take the desktop on the beach. Just kidding. All right. Demo. All right. You need to make sure that your broker offers demo. Be leery of a broker that does not offer a free demo account, because one, this demo is not just so you can, do the strategy playground thing that I was talking about earlier, but it's also for you to be able to try out your broker. It's kind of like the dating. It's like we're dating before we become official. Like when I met my husband, we dated. We were in demo relationship. We didn't even really officially become, like, we weren't even boyfriend, girlfriend yet. We were just dating. We were just trying to see if I like him, But then I decided to go live with him. All right. I decided to become his girlfriend. I really went live. I really upgraded to, a different relationship when I decided to get married to him. But that's you. You're demoing. Demo your brokers. Make sure you like their platform. Make sure you like, you can see the slippage. You can see the spreads. You can see how the market reacts during volatile times. It is best to trial them out. Give them a good trial. There's nothing wrong with demoing. I demoed for over a year and I am proud to say it. And I still demo. I still have my strategy playground. All right. Reviews. All right. Okay, this is pretty obvious, right? Let's take it to the streets for the popular vote. Find out if you like your, find out who else likes your broker. And find out who does not like your broker of choice. Find out what they're saying. And if they're saying crappy things about your broker, then you need to be able, those are great questions to go to your broker and ask them. Such as, if you hear that your broker does a lot of, crazy stuff, adding on transaction fees and, during volatile, there's just, I can't get my words out, but if you find out that they're acting some type of way, go ask your broker about them. See how they answer those questions, okay? I hope that was helpful to you. Now, let me show you. I was telling you, if you guys stuck around, then you will have seen this right here. Well, you're seeing this now. This is my checklist. This is a checklist that I am giving to you. Feel free to use this for yourself, your teams, whatever, anybody you pass on, because we do not want to recommend a broker. We want to recommend people to find their own brokers. We want people to be empowered to know how, especially when you're new and you don't even know how to vet them. This is your checklist. Find out. They may not have everything on the checklist, but they better have the most important things. And you need to now you know what are most important. You figure it out. All right. Now, I know this looks like a lot because the way this thing, switched up for you, but you can see here are the questions. Are you regulated? Who is your, blah, 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 blah. These are all of the questions that I covered in the PowerPoint. All right. So there you go. Find out how they check off and then go with them. Okay. That's it, guys. When you are, let me know how you like this in the comment section. If you selected a broker, please, in the comment section, let me know who you chose to go with. Again, we are not saying because they chose to go with this person that you should use this to do your research. But let me know who you chose to go with. I'm interested, just out of curiosity. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.